Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE dishwasher electronic control board jumper wire. It's going to be a very easy repair and it's only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new electronic control board jumper wire. The electronic control board jumper wire is located at the bottom of the dishwasher and supplies power to the dishwasher. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's shorted out and the dishwasher is not getting power. In order to change the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinet. First thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line and the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and pull the lower rack out. All you have to do is reach in and grab it, pull it out. Just lift it off and set it aside. Now we can use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws out, we're going to lift up on the door and carefully use it to start to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinet. Once you have it out far enough, you can just grab the frame and pull it out the rest of the way. Now we're going to put a towel down so we can lay the dishwasher on its back. You don't want it to scratch anything. Once you have the towel down, just carefully lay the dishwasher on its back. Now that we have the dishwasher on its back, we're going to take the access panel off. We're going to use the 1/4" nut driver to take off the screws. Once you have the screws out, you can grab the access panel and insulation and pull it off and set it aside. Now we can take off this access cover that covers up the jumper wire. We're just going to use a 1/4" nut driver to take out the screw. Once you have the screw out, you can lift the cover off. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Now we're going to use the 1/4" nut driver to take out the screws that hold the ground wires on. There's 2 of them. This one. Take the screws out and set them aside. Now we're going to take the wire nuts off. You want to make sure you pay attention to where yours are. On ours we have the white going to the neutral line with the ribs. The green is the ground going to the center, and the black goes over to the smooth side. All you have to do is unscrew the wire nuts, set them aside. Once you have the wire nuts off, we can just unplug the jumper wire from the control board. All you have to do is press on the locking tab to release it. Once you have it free, you can pull it off the dishwasher. Here's the old electronic control board jumper wire next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can put the new electronic control board jumper wire in. All you have to do is plug it in, make sure it snaps into place, and we're going to connect the wire nuts. Remember the white went on this side with the ribs. And we had the green in the middle with the ground. And the black on this side with the smooth cable. Once you have those in, we can use a 1/4-inch nut driver to put the ground screws in. Now we can put the cover back on. Just want to fold the wires up a little bit. And there is a locking tab down here that goes right in this slot over here. So you want to make sure when you set it down in place that's in there. Once you have it in place, we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screw in. To put the insulation in, you want to make sure that the cutout for the junction box is on this side. And set it in place and make sure that this upper part goes up into the door. Once you have the insulation in place, we can set the access panel in place and use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put in the screws. Once you have the access panel back on, we can carefully set the dishwasher back up on its feet, pull the towel out, and push it back into the cabinets. Now we have to reach underneath and put the lines through the cabinets. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway. Then we can go underneath the sink and pull on the lines to make sure they're not caught on anything. Then we can push the dishwasher in the rest of the way. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16" nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8" wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Now that we have the lines reconnected, we can open up the dishwasher door and use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws to hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Now we can put the lower dish rack back in. All you have to do is set it on the door and push it back into place. Once you have it in, you can close the door. Then we can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.